I mean, we're gonna have all the standard stuff that we usually do. We'll have our award show that we always do. But for those that don't want to necessarily be in front of the camera, there's tons of stuff to do as well. To listen in on panels, participate in voting. We have community challenges, tournaments, a lot of ways to kind of be interactive with your favorite developer if you want to.
Yeah, we will start to reveal more about the agenda over the next couple of months. But you mentioned some new stuff there, and we also have the announcement show where we usually reveal our new stuff. So,
yes.
But do you have any hint?
It's all top
there?
secret. Top secret. The only thing I can say is 21st of May.
Yeah.
No, but it's. I mean, last time we revealed Crusader Kings 3, I have goosebumps just thinking about that.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that we will be announcing a new game from the Paradox Development Studio.
We need to talk about this. Alright, so Paradox have just told us that they will be releasing a new game. A couple of things about that announcement. First of all, it didn't sound like Paradox are just going to be giving this game to another developer. It sounds very much like they're going to be developing it in-house. And that is actually very good news. Second of all, there are 3 games that we potentially could get. I just want to say that I'm really speculating here, and I might actually be wrong on all of these, but I would like to speculate and see if I'm right by the time that we actually get the game announced. So let's see what we've got here. The first game that I think that we might get is a new game for March of the Eagles. Now this is a very low probability, because honestly, March of the Eagles didn't really strike me like a game that Paradox was very excited about, or a game that maybe they would perhaps like to turn into some kind of a series, right? They just released it, there were a couple of updates, and that was basically it. Now, it's not very pleasant to say, but it seems like March of the Eagles was more of a test game where Paradox was testing various features that they were implementing into their game engine, and that was probably it, right? So while there is a slight chance that it might be a new March of the Eagles game, I don't really think that that is very likely. The second option is that we are going to be getting Victoria 3. And wow, if we get Victoria 3, that's going to be amazing. I mean, Victoria 3 is probably going to be one of those games where I just might, consider pre-ordering. Now, I've stopped pre-ordering games a long time ago. And up until now, I've been proven right, because not every release I actually wanted to play or was excited for. But Victoria 3, just like a lot of people in the Paradox community, has a very special place in my heart, and I really, really hope that this is the game that we're going to get. But actually the third option, and the last one, could be a little bit more exciting. So the game that I think that we are most likely going to get, and again, I could be wrong on this, and if I'm wrong, that's totally fine, we're just speculating here. The game that I think that we might get could be a Cold War game. There is some precedence there. Now, Paradox have already tried to develop a Cold War game, and that didn't go so well for various reasons. And I think that for a game that has so much potential, they're probably not going to once again give it to another developer. They're going to be developing it in-house. So we had East vs. West, which was that attempt to develop a Cold War game. And I think that the excitement for that game proved to Paradox that there are a lot of players who want to play in the Cold War era. And it's much easier than, for example, making a modern day game where, you know, there's a lot of politically sensitive stuff to deal with. So another thing that makes me think that we might be getting a Cold War game is this ParadoxCon remixed landing page. So let's see what we have here. We have quite a few interesting aspects that if you merge them together, you actually might be getting a hint that we are getting a Cold War game. First of all, we have that nuclear mushroom. I don't think I actually need to explain that. Next, we have aliens and space and Mars. So, you know, we had the space race. makes a lot of sense. I think they connect quite well. If I had to guess, I really think that the game that we are expected to get is, and I have to say this personally, disappointingly, it will not be Victoria 3. I do think that it's going to be some kind of a Cold War game. And obviously a Cold War game will have elements from many other games. There might actually be a pop system with population. So that could be very, very interesting. It might be the Hearts-Fire 4 that we want, but with population and politics done properly. Now, if I'm wrong and it will be Victoria 3, then that will be the happiest mistake that I probably ever made. Let me know in the comments, what game do you think it's going to be? Do you agree? Is it going to be a Cold War game? Maybe it's going to be something else. What game would you like it to be? So we really won't know, and we will have to wait until the 21st of May. But nevertheless, it's still probably going to be very exciting. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.